So I'd like us to jot our questions. If you have any question at all, you can just there's a section for question and answer. But I would like every one of us to have a question, at least one. So because you don't come here without knowing the next thing to do with AI and anything that has to do with artificial intelligence. All right, quickly we'll be moving to the next section, which is the execution and monetization. We'll be moving to the next section, which is the mastery of AI tools for productivity. This section will be taken by Mr. Emmanuel Martin. I would like us to welcome my own very boss, Mr. Emmanuel, to take us through the execution of AI. I will please celebrate Mr. Emmanuel. Thank you, sir.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone again. I first would love to appreciate and value this morning. And I'm glad to get here this morning for two. All right, now, so about using AI for productivity. One of the things to understand is that every one of us here, we have a phone. Is that true? Yeah, we have a phone. Now, aside having a phone, we have things we want to achieve every day. And every one of us wake early in the morning because we want to achieve something. That fatigue is that at the end of the day, we tend not to achieve any of that most time. So maybe you wrote 10 things out, you're able to achieve only 2. So that has been a major disturb for many people. But do you know that, like someone said that, I think the problem is God. Now, how is God the problem? They feel that God could have increased the number of hours He gave to us. So someone said 24 hours is not so. So what about 48 hours? The truth is, if you are given 48 hours, you will still not achieve the 10 things you wrote down. What about we increase to 60 hours, you will still not achieve it? But what exactly is the problem? The problem is not you being lazy, actually. The problem is you are giving yourself to a lot of activity that is meant for machine. So there are certain things you can't do that machine should do. So let's say, for instance, men like Jeff Bezos, I was mentioned earlier on, Mark Zuckerberg, and even Aliko Dangote of Africa, Nigeria. But you see, they also have the same 24 hours that we do have. But what is the difference? They have added more time to that 24 hours. So 24 hours plus their own time. That with Aliko Dangote 24 hours. That is the more the achievement you need to have. But the quick one you ask is that, well, I don't have the capacity to hire interns or staff. Well, you do, and that's like AI coming. I want to get there now. So you have the capacity to hire an invisible intern. So AI, artificial intelligence, should be for you an intern, should be for you. The staff cannot pay you. So if we are able to minimize AI, most of the things we've set together to achieve in our day-to-day activities will so much be achievable. And that is why we're going to do a big practical of how we can now be productive using AI. But first thing first is that you must see AI as your intern. So let's get into something this morning. Like you mentioned earlier on, if you have any question, you can do it to note them down for clarity. So we're going to get into the problem of modern productivity. But before then, have you heard of the statement that AI is going to replace a lot of people? You heard so much in 2025, let me say it. You heard in 2025. It was much more said in 2025 that AI is going to replace. And most, I have certain people who began to run AI said that AI must not replace it. AI must not replace it. Well, you've been replaced already. But the truth is this: AI cannot replace you. But if going to replace, who is going to replace you? No people that is going to make your AI and who that is going to replace you. So the invisible intern, which I call AI, right? AI for me is an invisible intern. That means I hire AI to help me carry out my activities. So that invisible intern can't replace me. It can't replace you. It is a set of people who can make use of it that are going to replace. Now there's this community they have on Facebook, which 90% of us here are going to know that group on Facebook. It's called Innovative for graphic design and some innovation, something like that. For graphic design on Facebook. You just like innovation, you're going to see it pop up. Now I want to mention that there is this it's called the race and alarm that AI is now coming, people are using it, it's about to take our graphic design skills. So they were scared until one of them mentioned something. He said, see, the best thing ever we can ever do is to position ourselves with using AI to get out our skills. That's wisdom. But if you ever think that you can sit only on just your skill alone in 2025, you're going to get it wrong. So we tend not to achieve a lot during the day because we feel once I wake up, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Let's take for instance, obedience personnel, right? You wake up, you want to go to, of course, every business personnel entrepreneur that you are, right? You want to achieve a lot. Everybody wants to achieve a lot. Everyone has a plan to achieve a lot. But you've written down how today you want to make, maybe you're selling, let's say for instance, you're selling street clothes. So you want to sell clothes. Then waking up early in the morning, the first thing ever that comes to your head cannot be the clothes first. There are people who have sent DMs to you that they want to purchase. Your heart is fully on the customer. How are you going to reply them? Now, in the bit of, okay, let me wait to go to start replying DMs. You reply them from, let's say for instance, 6 a.m. Before you go to check the time, it's already 12 p.m. It's noon already. See the time that has been taken from you. Now you have less than, let's say, you have less than 8 more hours to go because you're going to sleep. So calculating the hour of your sleep or you replying DMs, you're still going to post. If you don't post, you have to post because they have to see you. We're going to get into all of that using AI. So you're going to post. You're going to attend to people who want to buy what you're selling. But at the end of the day, you have used over 6 hours. You know there's a customer that can take 1 hour of your time. Now, for me to use Yoruba, people like Jamisi. That people like Jamisi, you're going to discuss that for 1 hour, 30 minutes. So it's far gone. But what about applying AI? There we have a lot of automation coming out now. Now we have what we call auto response. We have what we call scheduling. Because I do expect in 2025, you have a goal to reach great target of sales. And what you're doing is you're waiting for 12 noon to want to post. So you're holding your phone, you type out the caption you want to use for the post, then you're waiting till 12. So it's raining 18 more minutes to 12. Then once you know that waiting, you spend a lot of effort. So we like to have scheduling. If you get there are some certain scheduling tools which is going to be mentioned right here. I'm going to see if we can find every one of them. So you schedule, maybe you wake in the morning around 6 a.m. and you pick up your phone and you schedule. You schedule it was to come out for 12 p.m. Why you go to spend those time for other things? So are we together now? Are we together, please? So now, what we're going to do this morning is, okay, we're going to check something to this morning. If, for instance, for those in school, you have been given an assignment. I remember I did a test online. I studied English, so I did a test online, and it was around history, English linguistics. So given that test to be done online, and the time I was counting. So the test was going to be achieved within 30 minutes. But if it's going to be physical, we can't do it for 30 minutes. But the truth of the matter was that I used 2 minutes actually to carry out the test. And I'm going to tell you how. Many people also think within 5 minutes, 10 minutes, but there was something different. Now, through the code, when the scores began to come out, let's say for instance, a classroom of over 90 people, only 3 was accredited to pass. Now, what was the problem? The problem was everyone ran into ChatGPT. Because for us, AI is ChatGPT. And we're going to see a lot of AI tools this session. So, as far as this AI is ChatGPT, any other AI is ChatGPT. So they ran into the ChatGPT, dropped down the question, and they copied and they pasted and submitted. Literally for me, if you use ChatGPT to send me something, I'm gonna know. Now, some people are now getting smart, and they begin to remove, you're still wasting your time. It's the way AI is going to speak, different from how one is going to speak. The lady was going to respond to me. I gave her a to-do assignment. And what she did was she entered into ChatGPT, she forgot to remove, there was a time you see all this hashtag. And I said, this thing you respond to this chat. No, it's on my head. Your head. That head is going to be correct. So, when the lecturer happens to be this Gen Z lecturer, is a professor, a Gen Z. So he's on ChatGPT, what's going on? The class of over 90, everybody ChatGPT, and he called us out. During the class, called us out. He said, except 3 people that didn't use ChatGPT, he mentioned my name. But there was something else I did. So, there is this AI tool that you can introduce as a student to check the scores of AI. That means if I copied a caption, a text, then I can go through it into this AI and it's going to remove all the suspicion before you to do this AI. So when you take it into the scan, that means there's a scan for AI, how to know, okay, this text is from AI. So it's going to show you the score that this one, it is 10% score. I think lecturers are 20%, I guess. But when you began to submit their results to them, I'll see 90% of cases. 90% score. That means they didn't do anything about it, just copy and paste, and they failed. So only 3 of us passed. Now the 2 other people that passed, they came with outside like exam, text. They knew I was going to do something behind the scene. So that was how they were able to escape. So they said that yes to me, I was able to change it from the normal ChatGPT language then into scanning. So we have to be smart. Now, did I just teach you how to? I didn't do that. That's seriously, use our head, not ChatGPT. So let's get into it. I've talked about business. You can't wait to start posting every day. Schedule your post. This is Sunday. You can take another one more for business. You can be running a business and part of your activity is to post all through the week. That's true. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, even Sunday. So that is 7. So that is 7 days in a week. So on each day, post must come out. Then I begin to add a plan to start posting on Monday. So you're going to get what we call creativity fatigue. You're going to get tired. It's going to be boring. Then sort it now. Have you heard of perplexity? Yeah, and all of these are where we're going to start from now. Is I getting something this month? I want to hear your voice, no? Thank you. But make sure you don't do that in because I'm looking at Brother Daniel's face. You look suspicious. Don't worry. Alright, now let's do a bit of demonstration this morning. And I'm going to take us into, because I'm mentioning two. I'm mentioning tools. The question that will come to your head straight up is where will I get these two? Some of us run into Google or Chrome to begin to search. They come that if I read it, I have some Google, once he hears it and they write it down, the way he hears it is how it's been like. They mentioned the two concerning copy of text. Give me. You can use prompt for Chrome. So, but I'm going to give us a place for tracking your head. How can I get all of these tools? So there is a place for all of the tools. I want to explore that now. I want to explore that. But before we get into it, do you know there are certain tools that are not available for Africans? And the quick question is that what is now the soul of Africa? Ileshewa. No, there is no Ileshe. It's just that there are certain Africans that need to position themselves to be able to bridge the gap so that we can explore more AI tools. And that's what is happening for us this morning. There's a platform called AI Finder in Africa, and which we're going to explore this morning. AI Finder in Africa. Now this is AI Finder. So you're not going to put Africa. Now this platform is a bridge. The limitation and the barrier that has been set for Nigerians and other African countries to use AI tools. This AI panel of Africa has broken that limitation. So I can get access to any tool we're going to use. So let's get into it now. So you can check out the spelling up there. Wow, that's even good. Anytime I get into this website, I often blush. And whenever I do blush, because I've gotten into certain website and that's spider web. Alright now. And this is going to be so much interesting for you now. I don't want to miss this. Already now, are you sure we're together? I want to have the same energy. Because I'm to show us things right now. Are we together? Alright, thank you. Now, you can see right there, this is the home, the AI tools, the blog, and the courses. And down here, can you see the arrow moving? Can you? Right now. You can see type any keyword. So any keyword means any keyword. So I can choose to not type it because there was this day when the website was launched, and that was the period, these videos, you know, the former speaker said something that there are certain things you will see now that you won't believe it is not real. Yeah, you won't believe it's not real. There's this video that I use sometimes for a content. Then I sent to someone, and I said, the person literally almost cried. Then the question was that the watermark of that video was on this is solar dancing up and down. And this person was getting emotional crying. And I said, calm down. This thing is there. I can't remember. So, yeah. The first thing I did was I got into this website. Then I would see videos, video content, right here and there. And I don't know the name of the tool. But the first thing I'm going to do straight is, as I it is video, then you type in video.
and let AI find out how to do the rest for you. This 2025 is not cracking your head. Use that head to be smart. Now, I clicked into video, then it begins to show me diverse AI tools. The first here is iPower AI, Deep Art Effect. Now, we're going to explore one the moment. And this was the AI tool I was talking about. You might have seen Sora. See Sora? Yeah, you should have. If you've not, then you will also be in the category of that link I was thinking about, the software and because you won't believe you got AI too. So now, this is Sora. Now, one beautiful thing about AI, I love what you're doing, you're also following. That's how to receive the bootcamp. So you can also open up your phone while so now let's get it now. Sora, OpenAI. You see, I might not know anything about the two, but one thing AI find out, I'm not saying you should be dull. I said, let us use our brain for something else. Then ask that, what is this tool for? Don't ask the question. AI find out African is going to answer it. Leave it alone. Now, he said, why choose this tool? He said, you can generate video from text prompts, specifying style, scene objects, actions, etc. So that support a certain image, video input, and all of that. But now, what can I use it for? It is ideal for creators, influencers, marketers who want to produce creative short videos quickly based on concept or script without manual feeling. So that's why I said that there are more videos you've seen online, you don't even believe that it is. Because there is this person who is now shooting movies without acting. And is having over millions of views. Because there are certain places where, I don't know if you have seen all these 2009 Yoruba movie. Now, you will notice, maybe there's a scene someone wants to cry. And the person is laughing cry. So you will talk about this is boring. So cry the movie, you see. That's a good. I mean, there's no English for that. So, now, suddenly, but you see, AI, when you begin to see those actions, confirm, and you know to see that. Now, he has used it to generate over million views, followers. Then the next thing I'm going to do is to explore two. Explore two. And where did it take us to? Here we are going to insert the prompt. Don't forget to read that you're going to insert the prompt, right? Yeah. And you know there are certain ways we insert prompts. For instance, like I said earlier on, of the guy, when he hears something, they don't write it down, then type it word for word. Someone can just come into this place and just insert Sora. They said you can generate. So generate. What are you going to know how to be this place outside insert prompts? And once you get that, the pain in the air is going to change. All right, now. So now we're going to do a bit of a quick practice right now. This morning, right? Something I did this morning was I went to optimize my Instagram bio. Now, we're going to do it from there. I went to optimize. And it's going to be very vital for me to show you different AI tools. Sorry, that's a good one. Now this is for education. Can you see that? Education. We have that for business, for content. Now, we have that for video, for design, for audio. How many people now know that Canva has Canva AI? You know that? Yeah, Canva AI. There's one also, ideology. Now, there are certain people you're going to see them base out their designs, graphic design, and you're wow, you are a creative design, and deep down you're creative AI. I'm not the one. So, you just throw in your prompt into the ideology AI, or you throw in your prompt into Canva, your AI. Then you see transformation. You go, oh, this design is good. Don't take us those. It's AI. But it takes a work very fast and easy, right? Instead of sitting and just, someone reached out to me this week and said, oh, the reason why I get to start talking now about what I'm meant to do is because I'm going to design my logo and on. See, if the person had known that, I can just put in a prompt and logo will just come out. If there's not going to be an AI prompt, or when you just insert the prompt and change will just come out. Or cake. So these are getting easy. But you don't want to change it. Alright now. So we have different category: education, business, content, design, health, coding, and others. I'm going to do something quick and put your eyes to this. What I'm about to do, I just tried it. Right? I tried it out to let me push something around to YouTube. Now, my boss is a YouTube expert. And I don't know what kind of energy he has. But the little game I can play is that let me just build something. I'm not making YouTube, but let me just build something. Because you often say, oh, YouTube is a coding man. It's a recent real estate. And the next thing I did was to build a YouTube channel, and within 3 minutes, I uploaded, and I have over 1,000 of you. And I'm going to show you just a bit of it. So I said this morning, I did an optimization of my Bible. So let's do the popular AI tool we know. That's usually the record prompt. Now, this is GPT. So this is ChatGPT. But do you notice something? When I click on ChatGPT, what happened? Can you see the screen? What happened? Come on. What happened when I click on ChatGPT? It was only ChatGPT that came out. Is that true? Yeah. That means we have a lot of AI tools. A whole lot of AI tools. So if you say, because I now have more people using, I'm going to shut down. Nobody is going to turn off. So we can now be struggling with our interns. You know what our interns is now, right? Artificial intelligence. Then, why choose this tool? Now, I'm going to ask you one question. Why are you using ChatGPT? Okay, let's be a bit on that. You know, so what's your name now? Yeah. You don't use ChatGPT. Okay, what's your name? Alright, now, tell me, why do you use ChatGPT? For project, research. What about you? What's your name? Oh, yeah. Why do you use ChatGPT? Problems. I love that. Just solve my problem. Problems are meant to be in your head. It's meant to be with ChatGPT. Now, most people use ChatGPT for therapy. Yeah. You don't know. Of course. One has to pray, there's going to be the history section. She now said it at my number one. My therapy. So let's quickly check this our therapist. Sorry, yeah. Now, are we familiar with this? How was I able to get it? It started from me just going to the browser and click AI Finder, South Africa, and the rest is history. And this is ChatGPT for enterprise. Don't forget, if you have a question, you can go to type it. Now, what about audio? Under the audio section, we have a TTS maker. TTS maker. All right. So one thing I'm going to do is this, or I will have you do very fast, as just you can plan to do it right down, you're going to get able to do that, and you're going to see the result of it. That's what I do. When I do, just open the site, YouTube, right? So I just get the prompt from ChatGPT, then come into the TTS maker to give me a voiceover for the video. Easy TTS speaker. So can you say the section where you're going to pick the language you want it to be? So English is fine for all. Is anyone that understand Portuguese here? So English is good for all. And when you start your problem, let us take for instance, the Lord is your shepherd. What I just simply type what can be called a prompt. Just give it an instance now. Then I come to select a voice. Oh, now I use this column. This is my type. So that is the voice that is going to generate for me. Let's go with this. Now, next thing is, I insert the chapter 0, 1, 8, 5. Then I convert to speech. Because I'm doing. So, very good. That's it. Now, as easy as this is, then you download voice file. Then you want to use it for what you want to do. You can use this to just roll over. You don't want to do a faceless, just roll over. But don't forget, where to get all of this is AI Finder for Africa. Are we together? Now, we talked about scheduling of posts for business. We talked about the academics. There are tools to use for academics, and also we talked about YouTube. Now, we're going to wrap it up here. So I want to give us a quick one. If you're going to be writing or creating content writing, you love content writing, right? Also generating of your caption. So maybe you're a business owner rather, and you want to generate caption. So you can simply go into AI Finder of Africa and use ChatGPT or Jasper or Copy.ai. You want to come again, if you want to get captions, you can program that caption to be for 5 days. So in the next 5 days, you know you are sleeping, nothing about cracking your head for caption to use social media. So you can use either of the 3, ChatGPT, Jasper, or Copy.ai. For the last time, I'm going to come again. ChatGPT,
Jasper copy.ai. And that is for when you want to generate the caption. What? You want to come with it? Okay. Now maybe for design, I'm going to the section here on AI Finder of Africa. Now you're going to see a section here for design. Now, this is right here. So for design, maybe you want to design graphics and you use it urgently. Maybe within 1 minute. So you can use ideogram. Now let's click search. Ideogram is it right there. Ideogram or Canva.ai. So this is ideogram. Why choose this tool? It provides tools for image upload, background remover, batch generation. So I'm going to give us 2 more. Then I'm going to take it a close. If you're going to be, so that's the marketing and your business too. Because literally everyone here must have 1 or 2 business they are doing. So for a business tool, maybe you're starting a brand and you need a website. So we have, let's go on there. Let's search it out on the end of Africa. Now, we have different categories for, I'm going to have seen this HubSpot AI. Let's check it out. This is going to be an effective tool for you to do. Now, can you see underneath this idea for very straightforward, speed up, need follow up. Like I was saying about, you can't wake up in the morning and the first thing I'm thinking about is, I've not responded to this person. You can automate everything. So for follow-up, scale personalized outreach and support with AI agents. Or let's call it support with your intern, right? Your intern. So you can get started and you get over. There are still different AI to that business category. You can just search through. This is on the AI. Let's do the last one, which is going to be why we decided talking. Don't forget productivity. It's very essential. Now, for your productivity and planning, maybe you forget things easily. This morning, I was to remind my boss this morning that they told me we were going to have to carry out a task. I've sent a message to him early this morning at the precise time. Why did I say precise time? Because I was the one who set the reminder. So I'm meant to do something. So we have a lot of things to do than sitting on the spot, waiting for that time to come before you do it. You're going to waste a lot of time, and that's why you're going to end up getting fatigued. So for the productivity and planning, you can use Notion.ai. Notion.ai. So Notion.ai. Yeah. This is Notion.ai. And one of the things Notion.ai is going to do is it can help you generate your task. That means the things you're going to do your weekly works. Let's take for instance, you have this constant way you work. Maybe on Monday, you know to wake early in the morning around 7 to maybe 7 p.m.
and from 8 o'clock to set out to post, from 9 o'clock set out to go to get stuff, business and all. So one thing Notion AI can do for you is that before you try to pick up a pen to write your plan for that day, it will pop it out. You're going to see it. So no need to sit down to start scheduling and writing out, okay, what are these I want to do today? So it has a function for your productivity. Now, as I'm going to call it a pause now, one of the things I want you to know is that growth is not only hearing. All together now. You can't just hear and feel you're going to grow. Growth is in implementation. Growth is in implementation. So I'm going to give us a 4-phase mastery model. I call it 4-phase mastery model for your implementation. Number 1 is discover. 4-phase mastery model. Number 1 is discover. What are we discovering? Now, you can choose, of course, I've given you a solution so you don't rack your head any longer. So just come into AI Finder for Africa. Maybe you should say that together. Say AI Finder for Africa. Let's say it one more time. AI Finder for Africa. So by saying that, it will stick to your head. I need a tool, AI Finder for Africa. And when you get into there, the next thing is to experiment. That's the second phase. To experiment. So once you discover the tool you want to use, I want to use Notion AI. The next thing is to experiment. The third thing, don't forget we experimented the TTS speaker, right? Experimented an audio for us. Did you see that? Yeah. The third thing is to integrate. This is it. When you discover the tool you want to use, and one of the tasks you can give yourself in order to be much more productive is to search out, discover diverse tools. You can choose to be, okay, this week, let me bring out at least how many tools are available for me to keep creating content, like that Sora that we checked out. So, okay, Sora, in case one is going to falter, for instance, the TTS maker, what made me discover it was that I leaned so much upon this tool for audio. I leaned so much upon it and I was banned from using it. Then I went for another option. You can keep getting options. So when you are able to discover the number of tools, write them down and stick to it. But one thing about AI is that you must learn to be flexible. Because new AI comes in every now and then. So you must discover, then experiment and integrate. Integration is that keep to using this. Just keep using as far as meeting your needs. And lastly is what I've called to optimize. We're meant to optimize. And as a roundup on this note, optimization is you must keep learning. You must keep learning. So, the difference between two friends, one by the name Amuda and Musa. Musa is very productive. He works early in the morning, still at home. But there are greater achievements that are coming in. Then he gets to work around 9 a.m. But the guy wants to get to work 7 a.m. so that he could go to put things in check. At the end of the day, the go slow on the way of the man could help him down. And at the end of the day, he's unable to achieve a lot. The difference between both of them is one is smart. So AI never came to make us know or to make us to be smart. And in this smart way, I'm not just here to know how AI can make us smart, but you can rightly see that we came here to know how to make money with AI. From being smart, begin to make money with AI. How are you going to this money? How are you going to this money? Are you sure you know something this morning? Are you sure? Yeah. So, as a round of this, I'm going to read what I've typed down here, and I don't want you to forget. I said, productivity is no longer about hard work. It's not about how hard you work. It is about how smart you use your tools. Productivity is no longer about how hard you work. It is about how AI is no longer the future. AI is the present. So we need to implement, we need to use. Now, those who are going to learn and make use of AI today, they are going to be those who are going to need much more tomorrow. So my word for you this morning is what has caused you creativity fatigue, or people tend to say you are lazy and not pushing, or you've been losing clients because you're not responding to their DMs. It is not because you're not smart. It is because you are yet to put your intern to work. So we're going to implement much more this one. Are we promising that? We're going to implement, are we promising? And we're going to see a brighter future in our endeavors. Thank you so much.
What a fantastic session. Really enjoyed that. Thank you so much for Emmanuel. Really appreciate that section. It was a wonderful one. It was a wonderful one. It was an art demonstration. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Really do appreciate it. All right. I'd like to get few feedback on the session. Amazing. Inspiring. It's okay. Say something. That was the section. We ended that. Are you promising to make use of AI? And all right, thank you. We are moving forward, and we are moving to the next section. And this is the execution and monetization by our own very own boss, the value done. But before we call him in, I would like you to meet our founder, Mr. Samson Edmonds. We were correct, widely known as Validon, the result teacher. Is a results-driven tech entrepreneur committed to transforming lives and contributing to African digital economy. He is the founder of the Tech Academy Abeokuta and AI Finder Africa, the first AI discovery platform built for African markets. He is also the co-founded Profit Factor as a fast-growing tech startup that has proceeded over 120 million in digital products, the transaction within just 1 year. Bootstrapped from scratch. With over 11 years of experience in internet marketing since 2014, Validon began his journey as a marketing consultant with Experts Rating International, which led to creation of his first media and marketing agency, which is Lead Rush Digital. He has also featured in AIT, High Impact TV, and 4TV News, sharing practical insight on business growth, technology, and digital transformation. Over the years, he has trained and worked with professionals across Africa, including doctors, engineers, bankers, and coaches. And he has consulted for top brands like First Bank Insurance, where he led internet sales strategy during COVID-19 era. Recognized for his practical, long-term approach and proven results, Validon continues to inspire and empower a new generation of digital entrepreneurs. He is a certified mentor at the Institute of Mentorship and Career Coaching Nigeria, and a proud husband and father to a beautiful baby girl. All right, together with his team, he is building solution-oriented, result-driven products that transform life and strengthen Africa's economy. That's beautiful. Celebrate Validon, my own very own boss, the owner and the founder of AI Finder Africa. What is it?
Hi, can you tell me how friends? That's a very nice session we had. It's a little bit this out. Yeah. So, first things first, I think Marcellus has done very well. So, there's one thing I think that I think people that are very amazing in the way they are sports. The first session was very amazing. I loved it. I love the fact that it came to time. And not just that, but also able to connect all of us. Mr. Emmanuel, the pastor, the session was probably amen. I got to the point he said, that is how we see. And I'm like, this is what the Holy Spirit is like. That was amazing, right? So right here, I'm sure that some of this is the first time. This is not the first time. For other people, this is the first time here. I'm sure that you saw the advertisement. Am I correct? Or someone changed that. So we simply means that our marketing team needs to work on how we can get more people to attend our trainings. Because when you talk about being so loaded, we are very loaded. In fact, if we did not time it, we will do 1 hour each. You guys are going to have a split up, and we are going to be able to explain for something here. And we can't time because I actually have to see how I think for them. At the same time, I'm also looking out for how we can see how we can make that together. So without wasting time, let's get into the session tonight. This one, not tonight, I'm used to tonight, our session is tonight. So I'm going to be using this event. I think we have a alright. So when it comes to America, how many trainings are you attending in America on Saturday? I think what's your question? Okay. How many sessions are you attending in America on Saturday? None. You don't see any. Alright? Okay. So America is an amazing place, very close to Lagos, and innovation is coming in time to time. Things are changing. And a lot of people do not know that there are people in America that are doing amazing stuff. We are doing amazing stuff. I'm going to train a lot of students, both in food and local tech. We have students that are taking our data analysis program. We have students that are doing digital marketing and AI and product engineering. We have product design, product management, product marketing, and a lot of courses that we actually do here. This is not an individual arrangement. Because of the event, that's why we have this arrangement. We have a team, we have a meeting, and we have a meeting trainers and instructors who want to teach people. So today, I will want to do some time. Because now, you're about to learn one of the things why everybody is here. Everybody loves money. If you love money, can I see your hands up? If you love money. Alright. What can you say about money? Say something about money. Just to say something about money. What can you say about money? I think you understand. The root of all people, when you so much. The root of all people. Okay. What is the word? What is it? What's the name of it? Who else? What can you say about money? It's not here about money. You cannot attract money if you do not do anything about money. Say something about money. There should be something, at least in life. There's something you can say about money. What can you say about money? What's your name? Dayo, you need to say something about money. It's important. I will not leave you until you say something about money. You cannot attract money if you don't know anything about money. Say something. Because money is bad. I'll accept it. Don't say something. Money is. Okay. Alright. Similar to what we tried to say last year. What is it too? Questions? What can you say about money? Okay. Exchange. I love that. What is the piece of exchange? What can you say about money? Can I help you? Or you go? That's right. Something about money. Money needs to be paid. I love people here. Just give me. What's your name? Here. What can you say about money? Not anything. That's what it's like. I said, okay. However, because you're not scared. Traffic, you don't have to go. prophesied about money. But I want you to change your mindset about money today. Because money is not the root of all evil. Money is not evil. Money is a tool. The way a knife is in the hand of a check, that's the way money is. So, a knife in the hand of a check will slice onions. That is like in a basket. What's the knife in her hands? So what she do to slice onions so that she can cook jollof rice for the entire nation, for the entire world. But then, a knife in the hand of a killer is going to do something. So look at the two scenarios. So please, money is not the good of all people. Money is a tool. Money is a weapon. The weapon can be used to save or to destroy. Money is a weapon. So if money is a weapon, what you should do for yourself is to ask yourself, how can I attract money? Ladies and gentlemen, the topic of money is not being taught in schools. What they tell you about money, culturally, is that all I like to hold you sincerely, money is everything. There's nothing you can do in today's world without money. You are respected in your family because you have money. If your wife knows you have to give you food because you have money. Not that if your kids say, that is my dad, because you have money. The moment you are broke, you don't have a voice. Olówó sọ̀rọ̀, òfìsí sọ fún orí àìdíà, does it make sense? That's why what you guys know, if Dangote says that stop working hard, start working smart, everybody will just come like, Dangote said it. If a poor man says stop working hard, start working smart. Okay. Because of the fact that people look at money, money gives esteem. You see somebody who is inferior, now because of money, you smell nice, you walk into a place, they will look at you and say, wow, this person. You can hold the mic, you can move around because there is money. Money is not evil. It is not evil. And everybody, every day of our lives, we are on the road for one thing. I can really go on traffic. I can call up that. Everybody is on the road for this guy. Money. Because without this guy, nothing goes. Imagine we are here and go to the road for it. And we are in the car. Is it going to stimulate the amen? It will never. Money is key. Money is a weapon. I tell everybody that every day of your life, you need to think the narratives about money. Because you look at the rich and you feel like, it's a lot of the money that he has, that's why you feel like that. You should not look at the rich and say the president about the rich. You want to get that level. There's a book I read, book of all out there. Making it big by Femi Okola. He said a lot of things about money. Money can literally change your life. Money will change your life. Imagine you are going to an event, besides you are coming here with a couple. Wow. Who's that? It's coming for an event. You are going to literally put you on this thing. You will talk about the fan. For you, it's money. So, if you are at a point in your life right now, let me tell you, you cannot make any choice in this life without money. I get emotional when you hear about women who died in the hands of men for domestic violence. And the reason this happens, I'll tell you, it happens because most times, the problem in marriage most times is financial. Now, you have been providing for your wife and your family, and now you can't provide again. Some women can be patient enough to stay like some women will not for their lives. Now, look at the news. Regina and then Ogo. It's only crazy. Regina came out and said, it's 5 a.m. I'm not slept. Why are you guys sleeping? I should not sleep. When you were enjoying the money, right? This out of the money. So what's my business with you not sleeping? She said, I didn't marry men for money. The truth is, she did for money. We have to be sincere with ourselves. I fell in love. With who? Bad. You fell in love. You didn't lie. You didn't say a young man. That's something that you fell in love with. You can fall in love with my name. You fell in love with Senator Ahmed. What's his age? That's how you fell in love. She will not make a choice because she wanted the money. Ladies or girls that did this for ritual, it is the money. Money is life. And I don't know why. I want to disappoint you today and tell you that sincerely, I don't know why people come to this earth for money. Money does not come from ritual. It's not ritual, okay? There's a discussion about it. Some people come to this earth for money. And they get that money, they are rich in the first. They are not even rich, they are struggling. There's no peace of mind. Money that you cannot save in your sitting room. If you hear sound, people believe that you have to get incantation, you have to give a particular water before you can be rich. How much water can you cover before you go at that level? Now, the people do not believe that they exist, they are rich. So when you go to church and you buy that cash, like Babylon was saying yesterday, so some people say, okay, we go and Ibadan, go and we eat, like Abeokuta, your okay is in Ibadan, your blessing is in Ibadan. We don't get Ibadan now. So now, what people have in their head about money, look at the quality of life that you have right now. It's a reflection of the money you have. You use an iPhone 13, iPhone 15, 16, and you take pictures. Why is everyone trying to live a fake life? Buying iPhone XR before which has iPhone 17. Because they want to look big. Money beats esteem. If you went to how many of us went to private university? I mean, you did private university, but we always okay. I was friend. Did private university, okay. Who else here went to a federal university? Who went to the state university? Who went to the technical? It's not my hand. I went to pretend, and I'm proud of it. See, the truth is, whatever school you go to is just a reflection of the kind of money that your family has. I have a sibling, not a sibling. I have a cousin that I went for a convocation a few days ago at what's the name of the school? At what's the name of the school at this side? Christian University. He came up with a class. The parents spent money. But the money to tell her that why go to class? When I walk up to her, I say, Alpha, here together. I say, Rob, please help me. I said, what Bible? She didn't want me to know, but I knew that. She came up with that level. And the parents were not bothered. But it looks like they have money to think about. So the point is, money is important. They are not doing anything. Should we become the generation that are going to come from? There's a white word that says that if you are not giving birth to a rich family, let a rich family come out of you. It is compulsory. It is not negotiable. You have to make this money. Very, very important. It doesn't come from ritual. It doesn't come by having to be the sugar daddy. This money comes by exchange of value. That's why what Precious said stands. Money comes from the exchange of value. And that's why we're here today. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm just giving you a picture and inside of money. If you like eight money, like 8 money, money is not the root of money to change your mindset about money. Money is romantic. Money is sweet. Money is what that's about money. Money is sugar. Money is life. Every guys are saying beautiful things about money. Now you can come to you because now you're saying beautiful things. But you say, yeah, you like oh, you go to the man to your record. So and they'll say, see, Shabbat go to you, so Shabbat go to you, say, I'm waiting for the day, they will go through. What we now say, what will happen to that is here. So the point is, money is life. And let me tell you, you show me your money. How is money paid? Yeah, let's talk about it. The arithmetic of money. Let's talk about it. Money started. Before money came, there has been an advancement. People were doing something called trade by barter. Give me your iPhone, I will give you an AirPod. Give me your car, I will give you the generator set. Those days, give me a fowl, I will give you a bag of rice. I will give you cocoa. That was it. Now, money is an exchange of value. And it takes us back to one thing that the man said. The name of the man is called Gary Albert. Gary Albert said that all the money in the world is made by someone selling something to someone else. I'll repeat it again. All the money in the world is made by somebody selling something to someone else. That's what Gary Albert said. And that actually seems to what Precious has said. Money comes when you exchange it for something. That's what Precious said. So now, let's move into AI monetization. For every generation, there is always an innovation. Tell me something that we use right now, and our great grandfather did not use. Who can tell me? A smartphone. Can we appreciate that? Somebody tell me something else. Men, women, tell me something in the kitchen that you use now by your great grandfather did not use. Gas cooker. Thank you. Those guys, what were they using? Firewood, charcoal, and so on. Blender. Now we have a blender that we have manual blender. For every generation, there's always an advancement. Every generation. Now, in our own generation, the advancement is AI. There was a generation that electricity came. Even though there's not a place to 24 hours power supply, there was a generation that electricity came. And they saw it as gold. There was a generation. Babylon was saying, what I see people that I was going to talk about. You mentioned internet. There was a time that internet came. Some people jumped on the internet when it came. And look at the advancement. Electricity, internet, right? Social media, and now AI. And for every generation that these things come, there are two sets of people. Those that hear it and do nothing, and those that act on it. The millionaires of our generation are going to come from there, and we're already seeing it. We're already seeing it right now. For somebody like me, I was born and brought up in Jehovah. I had access to private when I was in nursery school, private up to primary 4. While I was in primary 4, now it's called basic 4. You can see the advancement. My dad was this job. I was taken out of school. I was taken to the public primary school. Please, I do that before. You have to do it. Alright. So I was taken to a public primary school. So while I was in a public primary school, you know, when you come from a private school and you get into the midst of public school guys, before you know it, somebody who joined the second day, I was giving assistant head boy. Why? Because when I got there, they don't have standards, some of them don't have marks. I regretted that my parents put to that school. The school is around, it's called Ukiwa Primary School. My parents took me there, I didn't complain, I just put on with life. And before you know it, it was time to go to secondary school. I also went to public secondary school. From there, it was time for university level. I applied to NAM 2 times. I was not given admission 2 times. When I remember now, they invest me more. So we are 2 years, so it's fine. I've been to NAM after that time, and I was invited as a speaker. And the first thing I said was, this same school that I stand now to speak was a school that I applied 2 times, and I was wrong. I've had series of people who went to now, and we've had conversations, we've done things together. The same school that I was working at. And from there, a lot of things have happened. I do not have a rich uncle, in fact I have a rich uncle. My rich uncle has been in the UK for 30 years now. I've not had any, I do not even have his contact. I do not have any family to support my finances. When Rachel was introduced, she said that all of our startups are bootstrapped. Bootstrapped means that we raise the money every couple every time to ourselves. So if you come here and you feel like, oh, somebody gives them money, nobody gives us money. Everything we have done, we raise the money ourselves. How? Because we understand the arithmetic of money. Money is power. millions. We should not joke. So in our generation, oil money is not going to be the money that will make people millionaires. $100, Dangote have enjoyed oil money. You know, it breaks my heart that Saudi Arabia is, when you look at the top countries that have got oil, Saudi Arabia is number 5. And Saudi Arabia has a better quality life for their citizens than Nigeria. What's the problem of Nigeria? Leadership. That's the problem of Nigeria. So now, even if you believe in Abeokuta, you can operate the global economy. That's what I'm telling you. We have public clients that are not based in Nigeria. Right now, we are building YouTube channel. Right now, we are doing YouTube monetization. We make money because of the fact that we have positioned ourselves on the global map. You have no excuse. The fact that you live in Abeokuta is not an excuse. I go to my point. So you want to tell me Abeokuta? I've never left Abeokuta for education. That's no mistake. And right here, I've been able to do amazing stuff. So many of you pack your bag and you want to Lagos. You think Lagos is the happy place. If you go to Lagos, if you do not have bag and you still go to Lagos, you still fail. You still fail. But if you are in Abeokuta, you have got value, you can succeed. There's a lady on TikTok. What she does is she influences brands. I can't remember her name right now. She walks around. She started as an Abeokuta influencer. Now in Lagos, they bring her to Lagos to come and influence for brands and talk about brands. How did you have for Abeokuta to Lagos? So Abuja. That's all. So you see, our generation, anybody in our generation, in the next 5 years or 10 years, that is still poor, I think we should slow down. That's not time. But sincerely, because we have ways. This is the best time to be alive. Our great grandfathers never had the opportunity that we have today. And the generations to come are going to want more this. Generations to come who want to press their phone and put comes out of the phone. Look at what is going on with Elon Musk. He built an entire human-like robot that can serve through the parties. AI is not going to render you useless. For somebody who has mastered the use of AI will render you useless. I want to paint a picture. Who can guess? How much did we pay for this? How much? See, if you think so, I don't know if you are right. Who can guess? How much do you think that is collected from us to put this together? Somebody guess, how much? Can we appreciate this? This is AI generated. An artist will tell you, give me 2 months to draw it. This was generated using big AI. Big AI. That's what we need. That's what we have at the back. And they still look amazing. The prompt was as simple as draw like Picasso. Picasso is a legendary artist. So tell me, do I need to talk to an artist anymore? What will happen to an artist? And artists that I know while I was growing up, they are always by the roadside, always drawing their lives. They don't have a social life, they don't have girlfriends, they are just drawing, they are almost running mad. That's that I know. But now, these guys are out of the equation, they're not paying them. Please guess. AI find out Africa. Guess how much they collected from us to decide to do? Who can tell me? Not you. Somebody else. How much do you think this will was designed for? Please guess it. Oh yeah, now. Like how much? Just guess how much? Like 50,000. This was generated by ChatGPT. The logo that you can see on everybody's shirt. And this logo has its own meaning. This is it. This is the robot. And this is the name. And it comes in the background. Find, learn, use AI. Everything here was designed by AI. They only sent it to a printer and they printed our t-shirt. How do you think we are going to pay a graphic designer in that equation? A lot of money. In fact, I always say that if you have any logo that you can see here, you fit somebody to get it on. Before we just decided that way, let's use AI. That is why many of the academies in America are not AI powered. They are not putting that direction. If you want to go and check, go and check. We are the only ones doing AI and code engineering. We are the only ones doing it in America. Go and make yourself. And it's always so in depth. The reason it's like that is because we are driven by AI. What you over do, oh, they come. That product that you guys saw, where's that laptop? That product that you guys saw earlier, AI Friday Africa website, was built right inside this room. So some of you, that's the first time you are seeing it. It was built right inside this place. The idea was right from here, together with myself and my team. And we were able to build out something. And we don't even made enough noise about this. We don't make enough noise about it. But still just, this is going to be a test of one of those things we're trying to do. We're still going to take this to campuses. We're still going to take this to businesses. All around. Let people see that AI can change their lives. So how do you intend to make money from this if you do not even love it? There was a time that they said AI again. Oh, like AI, gaga. I have heard people say you like AI. I'm like, do you know what you're saying? You are more or less like saying that you do not like advancement of technology. Doing the no cash time. There was a time that if you want to buy from the market, you have to go with cash. When CBN started, and then TLA, what happened to everybody? Go pay. Look at how that CBN changed the entire life of Obi. You know how much Obi has processed the transaction? A lot of money. So opportunity is right beside you. There are new careers that are coming into the zones right now. There are new careers. Now you can see somebody who say, I'm an AI graphic designer. Somebody can come out and say, oh, I'm an AI content creator. Careers are coming up every day by day. So AI is not going to replace you. Stop being afraid. You are not in competition with AI. You are in competition with somebody who has mastered how to use AI. For every generation, there are people that I see in 2002. And when last did you see at the NC with somebody? Did you see Turaya? I saw that phone with somebody in the place. Right? And the phone was loud. He had antenna. I was like, Jesus. This papa is in 1992. If you do not master AI, it's just a matter of time. We are going to live in 2000. We are not in the year 2000. We are in the year 2025. We are moving to 2026. Let me now tell you something. ChatGPT has over 100 million users in 2 months. New users. You can check. You can check. Over 100 million users in 2 months. Already this year. I'll give you another fact. 77% of companies now use AI. So when you have a CV and in your CV, hobby, writing, cooking, jumping, dancing, your CV is invalid right now. If you want to hire someone, you should see on your CV AI mastery. This person has sense. When you see cooking, dancing, what does people put on their CV? Jumping, reading, hobby, traveling, what is their bed? 45% of jobs will disappear. We are already seeing it. We are already seeing it. This money would have gotten into the hands of a graphic designer. It's a marvelous show you guys by a designer. You all saw it. And it was designed by using ChatGPT. Artists. God. You are a fashion designer right now, and you want to cut. ChatGPT can cut for you. There are a lot of AI tools. Please, can we connect back the screen? Back to the internet. There are a lot of AI tools right now that will do cut and sewing, like they will tell you the pattern. Instead of stressing your head or stressing your head, use your laptop. So that's to let you know that there's an advancement. For every generation, there's a gold rush. With the generation of the internet, when Marilyn was saying, the people that jumped on it, their best of speed. Let me tell you something funny about the methods. People said that You are mad. How can somebody pay for something they have not seen? They took your bezels. The bezels you don't give up. Today, look at what has happened to our world. For every generation, you always have people who doubt the ark. In the Bible, there's a story about the ark, Noah's ark. This one is mad. Why is this one doing? This one is really good. Okay. Continue building. So people sit and say, or this ark. Can this ark even float on water when the water comes? I'm not interested. But we have people that believe in the vision. And what happened to them? Salvation. Those that don't believe, struggle. I'm not a pastor, but I just see that around. So in every world, there are people that are going to have freedom, and there are people that are going to suffer more because they don't have the right spirit. There is an 18-year-old young boy or a young girl seated in his or her room that is making $1,000 every month, and a 65-year-old man that has to help them get on God before they can eat in their family. Life is not fair because it's not information. Information is freedom. Information can sink your entire generations to come. So you are not fighting for yourself. You are fighting for your unborn generation. So when they tell you upskill and you think it's a joke, you're only preparing yourself for more poverty. You have to get to upskill. You have to get to upskill. Now, you have gone to school to study a course that will not be relevant in the next 3 years. Business administration. What kind of subsidy? Now, right. What like the money courses you guys? What is it? Crop protection. I don't understand. Crop protection. I don't want to protect crop. So let's just go to that level protected. For you. Crop protection, okay, using some mechanisms and being an expert. Oh, do this and do that. Water management. So, plumber here. Professor Director talking about that. There are a lot of funny courses. And it's not the fault of our parents that they ask us to go to school. There's a difference between school and education. School is the 4 walls. Education can be formal and informal. So your parents did not make a mistake and say because they know that you are home. And idle man is the devil for trouble. Go to school, go and study that course. And you went to go and study the course. It is now you that will now sit down and say, God, this course that I studied. You need that to check what's all right. Is there somebody else who studied another 40 course? 40 course. Is there somebody else who is looking for a job? With your course? You know it. 40 courses. Very, very funny. Computer education. Okay. Computer teacher. Carry. Well, but things are changing. Even the federal government have to tell their Ministry of Education that they should review the curriculum and the courses in school. Because AI is replacing some of them. Imagine, my mom, she did a course, very funny course. Because it's not useful again. Shorthand. Those days, if you go to my school, my office management and Unicom, they all get that the only place I've seen them use that thing right now is at the courts. Because of what? Marvelous. If I give a simple command, share fonts will not give me the font of that writer. Just a simple code. I didn't know what are we supposed to do. And they did. Flew the world. We now have self-driving cars. If you see that in a place, I don't know, if you are giving birth to in 2000, you are 25 years old, by you. You'll be 26 next year, 30 over the birthday, 14 cup. You see time, time you know. And when I say to sit time, I'm not asking if you can get married. You marry without this kid. I don't know. So what I'm telling you guys right here is, big companies are taking advantage of AI. Meta, even something happened right now, those that are running ads, like people like Mr. Babylon's Rachel and Lights. Now, all the campaigns that AI is giving, if the company doesn't make 100 billion, don't follow AI. Ain't no money. and not sitting down. I'm not doing it over here. Only time will tell. But I'll tell you, anybody who spoil our generation, I'll say it again. It's there. 5 people. I'm on there. I'll be on Rhino Court. In the next 5 years, they are still beat them up on Rhino Court. You know why? Because they are poor. So guys, how do you make money from AI? That's what I want to do right now. Okay, so just wait. I have some models that I've been able to put together. Because of time. So I want to eat those models from there. Somebody is using ChatGPT and the person is poor. There's another person using ChatGPT and the person is making money. What's the difference between the two of them? Mastery. Mastery. Monetization. That's the difference. So, guys, let's talk about how to make money from AI. Just write this in your book. AI monetization blueprint. Write it. So we take it one step at a time. You know, what is more painful is that a lot of these tools are free. A lot of these tools we're talking about are what? They are free. Free version. If you are just the first one, what can you do? She email me. Nobody will go. It doesn't affect you. Gemini is free. A lot of Google tools from Google Labs are free. Google is free. Google Bio 3, it has a free version. There are free versions of this all around. But then, something free in the hand of a fool make the fool much more foolish. Or something free in the hand of the wise will make the wise foolish. Look at the parable of they give you something. When it was time to report to the master, why did you multiply it? What was our primary assignment in life? To multiply whatever we have in our hands. If you bought an iPhone, and that your iPhone cannot buy you another phone, without you swapping it in the next 1 year, something is wrong with you. Because you're supposed to use those things to make money. And you know, I'm afraid for our generation. Because you see, there's this syndrome of TikTok that is almost killing us. And it happens to everybody. Even myself. Yesterday I was going to check something on TikTok. I did not know when I spent 30 minutes. I did not know. The algorithm was designed in a way that 45 minutes to play. See, there's a lot of distraction. There's something that John Obidi said in one of his live sessions 4 nights ago. He said that pornography was planted to distract us. Pornography was distracted. TikTok has its own good use. But a lot of things were put down to distract you from learning. So you know that now, to learn is now hard. There's a lot of what? Distractions. Airport. Sometimes I do things. I have 2, I have 3. I don't even know what I'm doing. Where I actually do it. But whenever I check on my name, and there's music on, I cannot think. It has a way of clogging my mind. Everybody has more works for them. There are people that are going to see, they will plug earpiece from morning to night, listening to music. When it is time to build something, they cannot build. If you are going to be relevant in the years to come, you have to learn how to remove yourself from the noise. There's a weekend you are supposed to lock your door, stay indoor, think, pray, and do a lot of things. There's a weekend where you have to go out and look at what is going on in the world. For everybody seated here, when God created, He did not create it to the poor. I've seen people who pay for money and they never see money. There are still poor people in CAC. That's not how they pay. Even in some church. Oh, yeah, let's see how blah blah. You can't eat, you turn it around. That's not it. You can do it. Prayer is powerful. Oh, you don't have value. Oh, create value. How do you want to make money? Waste of time. You have to learn to create value. Money is not spiritual. Even God is tired of Nigerians. You pray to God for everything. God wants you to pay, of course. When you are disturbing this Baba, He has given you dominion for some things. Professor Latiti, Father Lord Jesus, I want to come to the road. Let me come to this and come to this. What are you doing? You do not have personal hygiene. So reality is wisdom and the spiritual sense is different. do what I'm supposed to do. So if you're going to make money from AI, the first model is AI-powered service. Write it down. AI-powered service. AI-powered service. What service does a bike man offer? You take a bike from Pasheke for Bantogo. What service do you offer? Transportation service, thank you, Michael. What service does a cook offer? Food service. I told you at the start that money comes by offering service. Money comes by solving a problem. If you want to make money in this world, solve a problem. What problem is AI finder solving? They are solving the problem of you guys having to search for AI tools all around. And let me tell you, I don't make money from it. Because we are solving a problem. I do solve what? A problem. Alright. So as I was saying, the first kind of way of making money from AI is AI power service. Let's talk about that. AI graphics design. Write it down. AI content creation. AI video creation. Mr. Babylon showed you guys how one of our students, Cletus, I think he registered for this event. I don't know why he didn't come. How much the guy made from using Google Video 3. His TikTok account was monetized. Because he came to the class now. How much did people pay for the class? He sat down, followed the class, and at the end of the day, he started making money with TikTok. He did not make money on TikTok for free. He was using the biography that he had to make video. He will say, Oticast. The output of the cast, there are still businesses that pay you money to help people do how. There are a lot of skills, a lot of them. There is AI automation. I saw a guy on TikTok or Instagram who walks into every business. He will look at your business. He will be the website of your business. He will not come to you and say, I did something for you. I want to do this for free. But you will pay maintenance fee. And businesses were paying this guy. It's not in Nigeria. It's based in the UK. AI automation. Business. There are businesses that need automation. Right? They need automation. They are looking for people who can help them set up automation for their businesses. Look at China. Right now in China, they don't need waitress. There's a robot that will take food from one table to the other and serve people. There is AI website design. Guys, right now. AI website design. AI website design, right? You guys can still see this, right? Thank you. You can build an entire front end of the website now in just 1 second, in 1 minute. You can. So some years back, all the websites that we see around, those guys will sit down, they'll write rubbish. Now, you know what happens? Website designers, most of them, they do not even know how to create content. They don't have that skill. So what they do most times is cover the template. They will now give the exact text the way it is. They are building a website for a fashion house. One of the content style, the content style, all the gas. And then the template all like that, so we do that from the start. So now, I want to build a website. I want to build a website for my food business. Let's keep the business again. Okay. Speak truth. Act like a professional Act like a professional. Okay, obviously. Act like a professional content designer. Right? After a content designer, create the content. Create the content. Create the content. Now you can look at your time. Just stop. Look at what happens. Speed forms the corner from the DP. It goes on like that. Now, all you need to do is you are going to learn that skill. You now learn how to use AI with that skill. Somebody that sees this now, I want to design a front end website, using Elementor or whatever. That person, the person knows how to do this. It's going to make it more easy for the person. AI was introduced to make life easy for all of us. So take a look at this. This is an entire content website content. That before now, I have been paid before to do this for somebody. When it was back then, there was no AI. Then I want to open the website. I need a content writer who can write for my front website. And I was paid 50,000 to do it back then. So there are people now that can make more money. You can see, you can even generate the HTML or CSS code. Okay. Create the home page. UI. Samples. Right? Come and see. As image. This guy is going to create it. So what we will do is look at the skills that is actually in high demand right now. Pick that skill. Lord, take a class on that skill. Take a class on that skill. While you are taking a class on that skill, now you are going to be learning how to now use AI for it. That's what smart people do. So if I want to become an AI graphic designer, what would I go and do first? I'll go and learn graphic design with Canva and some other tools, or even take a course. So AI power service is the first way of making money from AI. Why do you make money from AI? Using this equipment. It is because you are solving a problem. There are a lot of problems in Nigeria. Who can tell me one of the problems? Mention one. Mention one problem now. Power supply. Thank you. Anybody who can solve the problem of power supply will make more money. In America, there is a problem of water. You know, there's a company that came on to build this prepaid water that you pay. Yeah, water corporation or some another company like that. They came together. You pay them, they'll give you a card. If you want to buy water of 20,000 naira, you load it, you put the water, open your water. So if that come, what happens? You have to go and recharge again. It's some people that are making money. So you need to learn that you are going to solve a problem if you want to make money with AI. So I'm sure that all you guys are thinking. Okay, money points. All of these guys, what problem are these guys solving? Transaction problem. That's what they are solving. Transferring money. Before now, whoever has bank, you wait for 14 days. But now it's like that today. When last you have any transaction you don't pay, look at them. I've not had anything this year. Failed transaction, I've not had. How good the experience is. Whoever can solve a problem here and bring more money. That's number one. Let's move back over time. Number two, AI products. Write it down. I want to be very fast now. Number two, AI products. AI products. Please, I want Rachel and you need to time me. You guys, time me now. AI products. AI products. There are people that are selling templates on the internet. So you know that to have a problem for the AI or you put it down. Tell me the problem that you have. And the generation of the you have. A lot of people have pornography addiction. It's not their fault. They were exposed to it. They want to solve that problem. I know somebody who was selling a cup. Babylons. You know that? Did you do the act? Long time ago, the guy was selling a cup 20,000. How to quit pornography. masturbation, and he made money from it. He's selling it today. If you find a problem that people have, this guy will like to give you for you. But then you also have to go and learn how people work. AI. If you jump on AI, say, you want somebody can use AI for anything. Now jump on it. Without having the theoretical knowledge of that thing, you are going to fail. The best you can do is let AI to teach you about that thing first, about that field. Don't become a capital of AI. On my back promotion. Just like that. You have to learn. Right? So I just need you guys. AI products. A lot of things are being created right now. Guys, you know that if you were to sell this as frames, you can get this as frames and sell it. So you know. And people will buy it. All I have to do is to write by let's say DD. And then people will think it was one artist that did it, a liar. It was AI. If Mr. Shola was AI, I know some of you will fall into the trap and say that for that hour. No, it was not by AI. So there are a lot of AI products that can be built. A lot of them. Most of them are in digital product form. Have you ever put an input online before? Or you put 5,000, 10,000, 30,000? Yes, it's a product now. So AI powered products that were built by people. Alright, let's talk about it. AI affiliate marketing. There are a lot of AI companies now. Yes. There are a lot of AI companies now that will pay you when you tell somebody about them. Let's see ChatGPT as an affiliate marketing store. Okay. If ChatGPT introduces affiliate marketing and they will pay you when somebody uses your link to subscribe for ChatGPT Pro, you know how much I'm going to make? A lot of money. You die there. So what I'm saying in real essence is everybody needs to know affiliate marketing is simple. Is there somebody here? You have your own. I need a tailor. I need a female tailor in Africa. Who will you recommend? Not somebody that sews for you. You have a friend who sews. Okay, what's her name? Mary. Miriam. You recommend Miriam. Okay, so now, have you recommended Miriam before? How many times? And they became customer with Miriam. How much did Miriam give you? She don't give you anything. Now, tell Miriam now to give you your affiliate link. Anytime you beat somebody to her, you are getting 10% of the money. How many people will you give Miriam every month? She's giving you 10%. More. That's it. That's the energy. Affiliate marketing is something we do all of our lives. We don't jump on people who can help you go. Somebody will come and say, maybe you can buy it. We don't jump on him and you say, oh, there you go. Oh, there you go. People will go and buy it. You say, I'm going to see it. You've done the marketing, you've also done marketing. That's affiliate marketing. So, all of these tools that they were showing you about AI Finder, some of them they do affiliate marketing. All you have to do is to use their link, talk to somebody about it, and they'll give you money for it. That's exactly marketing. Number 4, guys, let's go. Number 4 method of making money is by doing AI automation. AI automation. AI automation. Now, how do you make money from AI using AI automation? There are people that want to automate their businesses. You know what automation is? You want to make like this. There's this guy that I know. When WhatsApp marketing started, and he was asked to save contacts. If 50 contacts is coming to your WhatsApp every day, is it going to be easy to save them when you are busy? That guy introduced a tool. That tool will save all the contact by itself. The only thing is to ask them, what is your name? They will mention their name. What is your name? And the AI tool will save that contact. The AI tool will save that contact. And it worked for that guy. And it was being paid. Guess how much? 150K per automation. That's how much the guy was trying to do back there. You can also go and sit down and study AI automation. People are doing AI automation now with Zapier tools and so on. People are not building CRM for businesses. They are building CRM for businesses. So you have to be smart. You can build anything, or you can help businesses solve a problem with automation to make your money. That's what we're talking about here. Now let's move on to the last one. And that is building an AI startup. Ladies and gentlemen, building an AI startup is not where that place. Right? I showed you guys AI Finder Africa. You've seen it on the screen earlier today. And from what you can see there, we are going to make money. All we have to do there is one or two versions. I will be going for AI Finder Africa. And that money that we make now, we can now use that money to push the education of AI across Nigeria. Imagine traveling all around the world telling people about AI. It makes a lot of sense. This can happen if only we are making money. How are we going to make the money? I told you nobody is giving us money. So how are we going to be able to finance our events? That is by tapping into the other dimension. We are tapping into AI products. What I showed you, AI product. Number two, some people are tapping into AI service. Number one. So you have to excuse. You can take advantage of this thing I've told you. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to speak a lot of money to AI. Let me now end with this so that you can know. There are two sets of people that come to events. The people who consume and people who consume and they create. The poor people that are coming in the years to come, guess who they are? They are the consumers. Ella is a creator. Jack is a creator. They make a lot of money. Look at the way that boy comes about 10 million, 15 million, 10 million. Like it's 1,000 naira. As the learn that is operating, because they are seeing money. All because they took advantage of the economy. They are the creator of the economy. Poverty will be very far from you. Either you're a fashion designer and you work in a company, go and start thinking, how can I tap into AI? If you do not tap into AI, you are going to, God will not make us somehow. You have to tap into AI. I can still manage it for now. You have to tap into AI. You have to tap into AI. This is the best time. You can either be a watcher, if you're watching people succeed, you are sitting on the fence, or you can probably be a winner. Put your hand on your chest. I want you to say something to yourself. Say to yourself, I will not be a problem to problems. That's too low. You don't love yourself. Put your hand on your chest. I will not be a problem to problems. I will take advantage of information. I will implement. The world is waiting for me. I have what it takes to succeed if I can execute. Ladies and gentlemen, the future belongs to the people who believe in the beauty of their needs. They get the information. They don't only dress like their miracle. They get the information from their miracle. And they implement everything. They are consistently moving towards making that miracle come to reality. That is the only way you can see. So I say to you today that God has blessed you. It is now you that will make that blessing come to reality. Thank you so much for attending the class.
Thank you, sir. That's a wonderful section. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. I really appreciate that section. That was a beautiful one. Can we celebrate? All right. It's time to ask questions. If you have any question at all, I'm tell everyone what. If you have questions, start with your own. Because everybody must ask their question. And if you don't have a question, that means you understood everything that has been taught. And I will expect you to summarize. So it's either you ask question or you summarize. Shall we? All right, any question? Signify by raising your hand. If you don't raise your hand, that means you have to summarize. All right, can you raise your hand if you have any question at all? You want to ask something during the course of the teaching? There is something that was being said that you don't really understand. It's not clear to you, and you need our to share more light to it. just signify by raising your hand. Then we go on. Then, any question? Ha! Everybody understood. Come on! So the question. Ha! That means we have good teachers. So they taught everything and there was no question at all. No question. Right, let's be sorry. Since you don't have question, make me summarize. And if I will be asking you to summarize, and you are summarizing from my left hand side. So the first person knows is. Are you ready? Like what you learned today, how you intend to implement it, what do you think you can do with this AI that we're talking about? Something you think you can build up it. So, alright, let's celebrate that. Alright, thank you. Alright, I can stand up. Thank you. Alright, okay. Mr. Emmanuel, you said when you were talking about AI tools that you made better. Are you trying to hide something from us? Share me something.
Is that what you said?
Yes, you said there was a code that you put inside this. And
Okay, is it a prompt?
no, code.
Okay, not my password. It was the password.
Yes.
It was not verifying this.
I'm not sure, she needs to see.
So I
Alright, so you can wait after the class, right? Sure. Alright, next to. Alright, thank you.
So, let's talk about trying to as regards this year. Actually, we are going to actually look at it critically. There's actually some downsides to actually using AI, which I want to admit to, right? And I agree to it that some people actually exploit AI. And according to, I watched the podcast, Diary of T, this guy is Steve Violence. He did a podcast with some AI experts where they talk about the dangers of AI, where I think we come to a world that you can just bring someone inside you without access to internet, without access to ChatGPT, and tell the person to compose something like intellectual content, and the person will not be able to do that. So, while also balancing and leverage the advantage of using AI, like what can you talk about the importance of not letting that intellectual intelligence like fade away due to the laziness of leveraging AI all the time?
That was a wonderful question. Okay, with what you said, I think the summary is how to balance it up, like the AI and the intellectual aspects. But let me put it to you that with or without AI, youths are lazy. So that question is too big for me to answer. I welcome my other to share my life with that. I think it's okay.
Thank you so much. Mr. Shola, I think first one. So listen, when you do something now and you write any content, and I see that, I know it was in my ear. Myself and our team, we are talking about something that people are doing. Any content that I see and I see on log, what do you always say? Yeah, I look up. One stop job. One stop. Whether we like it or not, AI has come to stay. There's only your ranking your game. But you see that human intelligence too cannot be totally ignored. That was why I said that before the use of AI, you always have to understand something very well. You need to make sure that you are led on your own before using AI. So a fashion designer does not know what I can get it. Who I want to AI? What do AI do? AI is real because of the application. The person doesn't understand it. So human intelligence is not going to fade away. In fact, AI can be as somebody said AI is 10 times smarter than human right now. AI is not emotional. If you write a sales copy right now, and you tell AI to be emotional, so if you try, but it will not be like a way a human being will do. There is competition with AI, but at the same time, it's not a competition. We have to collaborate with AI. I don't know if some of you saw that video. One guy that was sweating at the tip and interview. And they asked me, what is your name? I can't forget that video. It was a very funny video. And the person he used ChatGPT to prepare for an interview. One on TV, one on camera, one on that. And I said, what do you want today? In English, in Yoruba, in Hausa. You understand? So you cannot value it aside. Because if you say human intelligence, some years ago, you want to get something. When I usually go to Simon Adebo Library, here, we had encyclopedias. You have to check encyclopedias to find answers to something before we now move to Google. Now we move from Google as a second thing to AI, Gemini, ChatGPT, and so on. So we cannot value human intelligence. Anybody who is lazy and is using AI, you will know as you know as people. But those that are using AI and they are also still calm, not ignoring their brain. There's a science that said that human beings that we are not using 10% of our brain, despite the innovation we have in today's world. So imagine, if we do not have brain, AI will not be put together. They will get human for AI. What we go to go here, she will come. Put life to something. They don't know things. So anybody who is a graduate or somebody who wants to be a company, when Marvelous and his team write up on their I know. When they use AI and they use their own intelligence, you still know. When they use AI completely, you will know. So you cannot put it off. The best equation in today's world, let me tell you. AI plus human intelligence equals to superpower. So that's the answer. So superpower is using.
Someone say superpower. Alright. Artificial intelligence plus human intelligence equal superpower. You will be going up without anything. Don't forget that. Artificial intelligence plus human intelligence equals superpower. And we are expecting you to utilize all of this thing that we said. You don't just want to hear for hearing sake or just. The time is so precious. If you're on your bed, you know what you will achieve. To stretch your. So for you to hear me to go with something, don't come here and just go like that. Alright, so I want us to, before we proceed to the next question, I want you to bring out your phone and go to TikTok, search for AI Finder Africa. I want you to follow, drop a comment, or do something like, follow, anything at all. Thank you. So, it's 2 minutes. AI Finder, we'll follow you by Asha. Alright, AI Finder Africa. Drop a comment. There is a post on this bootcamp. You can comment your experience at the bootcamp. And when we are done with all of this, you can take a picture. If you want us to take you professional picture, we do that. Post on your handle and tag AI Finder Africa. We are going to comment and also, thank you. All right, that's just to do that. Thank you. Signify when you are done. Let me know so that we can proceed. AI Finder Africa. It's a nice time. I hope you waste your time coming here. I hope it's worth your time. Thank you. So, that's procrastination. You can quit now. Let's wait so later. Later it's your That's what I feel. Well, okay, Alright, so let's continue with our question. Any other question? You want to add something?
Alright, I got the question. Mr. Emmanuel, you said why you were teaching and talking about the scheduling aspects of scheduling post and schedule our exercise. Talk about
Alright. Online. Alright, thank you. Any other thing? Any other? Okay, Mr. Emmanuel, you said why you were talking, like you said there was a tool you were using for audio that got banned.
she's not trying.
Is it that
There's limits to the time frame that we can use it for her. Right. So how come you were
trespass? That was why you thought. So don't trespass. Alright, any other thing?
So for those of us that are going to this training today, a lot of people actually like that, but God wanted you to be here, and that's why you are here. And so because you are here, we need to look out for how best we can. So we need to look out for how best we can see you succeed more than other people. So this is it. The class today has been 4 hours, and it has been massive. And if you were to put money on this class, guess how much we are going to charge? How much? I like your mindset. We charge $1 million and then say 5 people only. And then people in America that will pay $1 million. We have them. We have them, right? It's not about the environment, it's about the people in the environment. So now this is it. What you have learned today is just a tip of the iceberg. Tell the person beside you, tip of the iceberg. No, you are not saying you're going to go. Tip of the iceberg. Now, the tip of the iceberg is just 5%, or say 5% of what you should learn. No matter what you do, you went to school, you paid for education. And no matter your age range, there are some skills that you should learn right now. Right here. But can you view our Instagram page? Please, somebody connect with the screen here. Go to our Instagram page, please. Be fast about it. Please do that. Just open Instagram page. We have a lot of people that have been treated academically. And in 3 months, they have the skill, not just 3 months, some of them get jobs. Like jobs I'm talking about. This is the best time to start with their career, no matter who you are, where you stay. The quality that we have here in Abeokuta, that people in Lagos that are looking forward to put in. We have quality. You don't have to go to Lagos. And that's why I tell people that if there's a course you should learn right now, I'll tell you, it's AI and marketing. You want to ask me why? I'll tell you. With digital marketing, you can start being a creator on your own. You can start helping businesses run Facebook ads, Instagram ads, TikTok ads, and you are going to be paid. Marvelous. How much do you guys charge for 1 month of ads? Over 200,000 naira. I know that it's not going to be easy for you to get a client immediately. But the point is, you have to start somewhere. 2026 is almost here. What's your New Year resolution? When you ask someone, resolution, qualify for it. What is your resolution for the New Year? If you do not have a resolution is like a plan, a target for 2026. If you do not have a resolution for 2026, this is the best time to have it. I know some of you don't have anything mapped out. You don't have anything mapped out for yourself for 2026. Map out AI and digital marketing. Because you're going to master AI here, you're going to master digital marketing. Under this place, there's graphic design. If you go online now, type, okay, Tech Academy.com. Are you trying to look up on Instagram? Please can we look at Google reviews? I can do that. I can do that. There are a lot of reviews that people are giving on Tech Academy when it comes to training. Alright, let's just do something together. We're going to see a lot of academies. Please, guys, someone has an appreciation. They're not clapping. Exactly. The best academy in Abuja, and we are number one. Why? Because of the fact that we use what we teach you. I want you to just take a look at some of the reviews of people have made, so you can understand what it is. I'm going to give you some of them. I completed, I completed a 3-month UI UX program at the academy. The instructors were very knowledgeable and flexible, and the learning environment was supportive and conducive. I gained valuable practical skills. That's one person. Some of them who have the academy is the great place of learning. So far, I have become proficient in my skills and more professional at it. I can confidently say that John Tech Academy was one of the best decisions that we have of the one. The learning environment was hands-on, beginner friendly, and practical. This guy, let's look at what we're talking about earlier. Look at what he has got to say. I studied digital marketing at the Tech Academy 3 months ago. And right now, for my first class, I was computer, I was like writing. The guys are so good. And they turned my mind into a marketing brain. If you are looking for the right place to learn, then almost just go to Tech Academy. Basira, Tech Academy was a big thing. You guys are supposed to be clapping. It's not easy now. Even if you don't appreciate yourself, you people are not clapping for yourself.
It's not easy.
Alright, thank you. And so there are a lot of reviews here. A lot of reviews. And that's why we want to do something for somebody today. Just one person. So instead of you paying 100% for AI and digital marketing for 2026 classes, we are going to give you a discount. Massive discount. So we're going to give you a discount for how much discount do you guys want to give? Stand up. Stand up. How much discount do you guys want to give these guys for coming to the class today?
Okay, for coming today, for
Yes.
showing us,
Yeah.
we can do a
50%. Appreciate it. It is giving 50%. Alright, that's good. It is so if you are giving 15%. Can I add? I know I'm going to pay, right? Can you add 15% to it? So you make it 30%. So I'm giving it 30% off to anybody who's taking the AI and digital marketing program in the next 3 months. I'm telling you folks that I don't know, we're not able to get our Instagram out. Why did that happen? Because you can connect your screen. That's an issue. Now, we have core members who serve here. We have got students from Bowen University, from Utola University. We've got a lot of them. Right? What's the name? Thomas Adeyemi University Choir. We have students who take from there. So when you talk about being practical, we are very, very practical. We are very, very, very practical. And we know what we are doing. And our classes are result oriented. I'm giving you a guarantee. In 3 months, you come here, you take this course, and you get in front of the money. You have to prove why you think you don't get money. I'm not being reform. Because you see, our big class, we are being practical. Talk about a class that was paid for 3 months. You just have to give yourself a space. Either you're a working class or you are a student, you can even still do 2 times in a week. And 3 months, you will be a professional when it comes to AI and digital marketing. I'm giving you that guarantee. Right? So what I will say now is we're going to close, but this is just for one person. So that one person should walk on Guinea, let them see you. You are hiding yourself. You need to look at them with the eyes. The one person is here. You don't want to pass somebody's time. So you meet up with Guinea, and so please will help you sign up, and I give you a guarantee, 100% guarantee that 3 months time I'm going to be happy. So that's it. So thank you so much. Appreciate it.
All right. Like you said, myself as an example, I came to the academy and I came from OSF. I joined this team, and I can tell you, it's marvelous. Like this is a home. I came for a month home, like a month, and from there I get along, and it was so exciting. It's a good experience from my end. So you can join the moving train. You can join the moving. I didn't have any knowledge about it. I didn't know anything whatsoever about it. And coming here is a good thing. If I will count, I will do my analysis from here, and if there is any decision that I appreciate so far that I have, so it should be coming to Tech Academy. So let's celebrate Tech Academy. All right, thank you. So we are getting to the end of the bootcamp. Like I said earlier, have you followed us on TikTok, Instagram? You can check Tech Academy. You can, like I said earlier, you can take pictures. If you want me to take the pictures, I'm not take pictures. So I'm taking nice pictures. Show it to you, like it, post on your Instagram, tag us, follow you back on Facebook, social, and every social media. Alright, so how was the bootcamp? Amazing, I want to see that on social media. Amazing. Okay, so next we would like to call on my very own boss. Okay. Sorry. I'd like to call on my very own boss, to give us a closing remark. All right, we are waiting to have you. Thank you. Thank you. Big bells. We are waiting to have you. She's in such a beautiful room. Otani.
Please go and give us
You see her designing. Oh my. Just tell her to take a picture. We love it. I promise you will love it. She's
Give us what you want to give us.
doesn't like to be proud. But I can tell you she's number one. Oops, I can't remember that. You can see her color. Alright, thank you.
I believe knowing myself and what you can do to spread my record. If it's your mind, for sure. Like, go out there now, somebody asks you how you coming to, how did you spend your day? You have something good to say about them. And you're going to pass this information to somebody who intends to have them. And you are also going to impact something the way you don't want to happen. You not keep the knowledge to yourself. And you also tell somebody about AI Finder when you get out there. That's a promise. A promise is a debt too. A promise is a debt too. You promise me now that when you get out there, you tell somebody about AI Finder. And you know how I will know you about AI Finder? I will see the result of the solution. Because when you tell somebody about it, somebody will want to look out for it. So, like, not everybody visit our website or our social media. That means you for God. And God we are God. So it's nice as having us all here, and we hope to see you